A GOP former candidate for New Mexico's legislature is now in custody on suspicion of planning several recent shootings at the homes of local Democratic elected officials. Police say Solomon Peña even tried to take part in one of the attacks. But as NBC's Garrett Hake explains, the AR handgun he tried to use malfunctioned.
This morning, a former Republican candidate is behind bars in New Mexico for a string of shootings allegedly targeting the homes of local Democratic officials.
These shootings were orchestrated. They were dangerous attacks, not only to these individuals, but fundamentally also to democracy.
Police arrested Solomon Peña on Monday, describing him as an unsuccessful legislative candidate.
He had complaints about his election. He felt it was rigged. So he approached all of these commissioners and the senators at their home with paperwork claiming that there was fraud.
Back in November, Peña lost his race for state representative decisively. In his last tweet, posted nearly a week after the election, he expresses his support for former President Donald Trump while writing, quote, "I never conceded. Now researching my options." Now, police are accusing him of conspiring with and paying 4 other men to shoot at the homes of 2 county commissioners and 2 state legislators.
After the election in November, Solomon Peña reached out and contracted someone for an amount of cash money to commit at least 2 of these shootings.
On January 3rd, the date of the last reported shooting, police say Peña joined the men, attempting to fire at one of the homes himself. But the weapon he used had malfunctioned. That morning, less than an hour later, police confiscated weapons connected to the shooting from a vehicle registered to Peña. The driver was also arrested.
The evidence that we have is not only firearm, but it's also from cell phones and electronic records, surveillance video, and multiple witnesses.
Over the course of a month, police say 4 homes were damaged, 2 sprayed with more than a dozen shots. Fortunately, no one was injured.
This type of radicalism is a threat to our nation, and it has made its way to our doorstep right here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I believe, when it happened, yes, I'm still shocked. When it happened, I knew that it was, that's what we see most pressing was people being aggressive around denying the elections. So I feel like, yes, I feel like it was due to really larger people thinking that, that this is possible, that this is okay, our elected officials, that putting violence when we're in a position like this. Yeah, he came to my house after the election, and he's an election denier. He weaponized those dangerous thoughts to threaten me and others, causing serious trauma. He was saying that the elections were fake, that really speaking erratically. I didn't feel threatened at the time, but I did feel like he was, erratic. I feel grateful that he's not out there to attack or target anyone else. I'm still shocked. In New Mexico, we have actual access to our elected officials. And so I'm relieved to hear that people won't be targeted in this way by him any longer. When politicians at our highest level of government continue to make threats and violence a regular part of public discourse, it has real impacts on our democracy and our real lives. Shots came through my home right where I had just hours before been playing with my granddaughter. Yeah, it's been painful to be a brand new grandma, and my daughter does such a great job bringing her over, and for the last month and a half hasn't because of this, right? Thank you. Too many of us experience this. We must change it. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me and for covering. I feel like it's important too that people know this is happening. So thank you. Thank you.